The following video will provide you with the general steps for drafting a basic civil personal injury complaint. We will go through 5 elements or steps to a complaint. Make sure to research your state and local rules for specific requirements. We will go over federal complaints in another video. Also research the jurisdiction and causes of action. Otherwise, a motion to dismiss may be filed. Okay, usually the documents that are filed together are the complaint, a civil cover sheet, an initial appearance fee disclosure, and the summons. So, what is a complaint? A complaint in a civil case, the plaintiff files a complaint which begins a lawsuit. The lawsuit details plaintiff's injuries and the legal wrongs suffered and requests that defendant pay for the damages. And with that, let's get started with step number 1 is the caption. The caption is always on the first page of every pleading. And it identifies the parties to the case. In this case, Jane Doe is the plaintiff, John Doe is the defendant, and you may also have companies, corporations as dependents. You can add them here. It would also include the county and state you are suing in, a case number and department number that will be stamped as when you file the complaint, and you will not have a case number before then. You will then use the case number and department number for every legal pleading in this case that comes after the complaint. And one thing with this caption here, make sure that you have the correct spelling of all names of plaintiffs and defendants so that you don't have to amend the complaint because of that. Okay, so the first page will also include an introductory sentence that identifies the plaintiff's attorney, the attorney's law firm, and provides a brief description of the document being filed. Okay, so section number 2 is going to be general allegations. This includes jurisdiction and venue, and every complaint must include a jurisdiction and venue. These are basics and complaint in all complaints. Okay, and this step will address subject matter jurisdiction, personal jurisdiction, as well as the amount that you are suing for. If the amount exceeds $15,000, you can state that and leave this paragraph in there. Number 2 identifies the plaintiff and the county and state of residence. Number 3 identifies the defendant and the county and state of residence also. Number 4, if you have a company or if the defendant was driving a company vehicle while at work, you would also usually include the name of the employer here. If doesn't apply, then you can delete this paragraph. Okay, you can change the wording to whatever it is that your law firm requires. Okay, so all these are basic paragraphs. And next, we'll talk about Doe and Roe defendants. And these are defendants that are unknown to you, and you can add the correct names once you become aware of the proper names. So these are basic paragraphs that you can delete if you don't need them. Section 3 is going to be factual allegations. And in short and plain statements, you are going to describe when, how, and where the incident occurred. Okay, make sure that you use only relevant facts Don't add any opinions or any offensive words or any legal terminology here, just simple statements. As you can see here in number 10, it states the date. So always say on or about, even though you know the exact date, say on or about. And give a brief description of the year, make, and model of the vehicle, the direction plaintiff was traveling in, as well as the city, county, and state. And the next paragraph say the same for the defendant. Describe the year, make, and model of the vehicle, as well as the direction the defendant was traveling in. And it's going to be usually the same city, county, and state. The next paragraph will describe, state what happened in a simple sentence. And if you have another fact, put in another number in another sentence. Okay, as in this example here. I will also provide a template that you can use, and hopefully it'll help you. And section number 4 is going to be causes of action. The first paragraph after this title, the cause of action, is going to be an incorporation paragraph. So add this before, right after, for every cause of action, add this paragraph. And insert the number of the last sentence here. Okay, so this cause of action is going to be negligence. If you are alleging negligence, you must show that the defendant owed a duty to the plaintiff, that he breached that duty, and that as a result, the plaintiff sustained injuries and damages. Okay, in this case here, number 15 and number 15A, B, C, and D states how defendant breached that duty. Okay, you must give supporting facts. You must state how the defendant breached that duty and how that breach caused injuries to the plaintiff. Okay, you must state also damages. Claim that the plaintiff suffered damages as a result of defendant's negligent conduct. For example, here where it says, number 16 here, as a direct and proximate result of the aforementioned negligence, plaintiff sustained injuries to his body, her body, or their body. Okay, and then you're going to state the damages here. State that plaintiff suffered specific damages, such as medical expenses, lost wages, pain and suffering, etc. Okay, and also there's a second cause of action here, negligence per se. Okay, if you are claiming, alleging negligence per se, state the statute or the regulation that defendant violated. Okay, in this case, as a number 21 here, it states that per state statute, chapter 484B provides rules of the road. So that's stating, the statute or regulation. Okay, and there are many causes of action. The basic ones here are negligence per se, but there are many causes of action. And I will discuss the different causes of action in another video, but this is just very basic. Okay? And you're going to draft separate counts for each legal claim. Okay, and then remember that your claim will not be heard if you file it in the wrong court or you do not have the correct jurisdiction. So make sure you research that prior to drafting your complaint. And the next section is going to be your prayer for relief, or this is also called the wherefore paragraph or section. Okay, so you're going to make a numbered list and specify the relief you are seeking, such as general damages, as it states here. Number two, special damages, lost wages, compensatory damages, whatever it is, you can add it to this list. And then that is it. That is the 5 sections. And the end of the complaint is going to have a date and the attorney's signature. Okay. And that's it. Thank you for watching. The next video will discuss how to draft the civil cover sheet and how to draft the initial appearance fee disclosure as well as the summons. And those will be documents that you need to file with the complaint. And let me know in the comments if you have any questions, and I will also provide a template